like clock. I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop.
Boruto episode 136 review. Alright guys, this episode pretty much marks the end of the Boruto boyhood arc, and boy was it a ride. Some of you guys might think it was like the best thing since sliced bread, some of you guys might have hated it, but regardless, today was the last episode of the boyhood arc. I'm pretty sure the next arc that we should be salivating over is most likely going to be something along the lines of manga content, so hopefully we will get that. And of course I will try to make a video talking about what we should hope to expect, but for this episode right here, it pretty much put a cap on everything that we're pretty much talking about. One of the biggest storylines throughout the whole arc was of course Sakura picking up that piece of paper. One of the names that stuck out was Sasuke. During that time, Sasuke just left the Hidden Leaf Village and everybody was on edge thinking about Sasuke and where Sasuke was and about his whereabouts, and Sakura, being the girl that she was, very much caring about Sasuke, she pretty much walked up to the adult Sasuke and pretty much confronted him about the note with the name Sasuke on it. Now of course, without Sasuke saying anything, Jiraiya made up this elaborate lie pretty much and basically said that, hey, these guys are very big fans of myself. Now in my opinion, I thought the scene was extremely funny. Some of you guys might agree with me, some of you guys might disagree with me, but just thinking about Sasuke and Jiraiya's dynamic, coming into this arc we understood that Sasuke pretty much never ever met Jiraiya before, and now we have this dynamic of them pretty much sharing a lot of chemistry together, them getting a lot of screen time together, and now we have this comedy scene with Sasuke and Jiraiya. The overall scene was just absolutely insane and I definitely did love it. Now in my opinion, even though the scene was hilarious and I did like it, I think that the letter or the note was being hyped up a little bit too much for this to be the ending of the whole controversy about the note. In my opinion, I thought the note was going to be a dead giveaway that this guy Sasuke, the adult Sasuke, had something to do with the actual original Sasuke, and Sakura would have probably looked into Sasuke's eyes, the adult Sasuke's eyes, and said, hey, you look a lot like Sasuke, and she would have probably thought that that was Sasuke's father or uncle or something like that probably took him and pretty much kidnapped him away from the Hidden Leaf Village, but none of that came through to fruition. Even if Sakura would have figured out the overall secret of, hey, this is adult Sasuke from the future, none of that would have really mattered, man, because Sasuke could have just erased her mind and memory overall. So in my opinion, I just thought that that was a little bit of wasted potential, but again, I can't necessarily complain with the outcome, man, because it did provide a hilarious scene. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys did like that as well. Now of course, one of the biggest things about this episode was the sentimental value of course Sasuke, Jiraiya, Naruto, and Boruto saying goodbye for the last time. Now one of the questionable things about this arc that's probably going to be in question for like the rest of humanity is if Jiraiya actually knew that Sasuke and Boruto were from the future and Sasuke was actually Sasuke. In my opinion, I don't care what you guys tell me, Jiraiya definitely knew that that was Sasuke, and Jiraiya probably even knew that Boruto was Boruto. I think it's more likely for him to understand that that's Sasuke from the future than understand the Boruto part, but still, any random person could have possibly pieced together that if Boruto was from the future, that he'd probably be Naruto's son. I really wish if they would have gave Jiraiya and Naruto like the down low and the details about exactly what's going on in the future, man, because they were going to get their memories erased either way. I just wanted to see their reaction. For example, if he'd have told Naruto like, hey, you're going to be the Hokage, or if he'd have told Jiraiya like, hey, Naruto's going to be the Hokage eventually, and then possibly get the reaction of Naruto when he eventually finds out that Sasuke is probably going to come back home to him eventually if he keeps trying, and of course keeps getting stronger and stronger and does exactly what he does. Just those reactions and many more would have definitely been a very good sight to see. They were going to get their memories erased either way. It would have just been a very cool scene to see exactly what they were thinking about at that particular time. The scene would have just hands down been epic. Another thing that was on our mind coming into this arc was of course the Kashin Koji and Jiraiya thing. Jiraiya is pretty much a lot like a character that we know in the Boruto manga, and his name is Kashin Koji. We thought we were going to get a little bit of a hint if Jiraiya was actually Kashin Koji in this arc, but it seems like we didn't really get anything in this arc. Now here's the thing, we don't necessarily know for concrete, you know, what Jiraiya pretty much asked Sasuke to do in the future, and that could possibly open some doors to Kashin Koji actually being Jiraiya. What I do want you guys to do is let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think Jiraiya asked Sasuke to do, because maybe I missed it. I watched the episode 3 times, once in slow motion to figure out exactly what happened, and I still couldn't necessarily piece together what Jiraiya was actually specifically asking Sasuke. I have some theories, but they're not necessarily anything too concrete, but there is definitely a possibility that Jiraiya does end up being Kashin Koji. And one of the biggest things that I do want to talk about is of course the time travel thing. Now the turtle isn't really going to be doing anything too concrete in the upcoming episodes, the arcs, the years in Boruto. Boruto basically told the turtle like, hey, do whatever you want to do. Now, Turtle might do a lot of things. The Turtle could possibly go back to the Otsutsuki clan for all we know, or the Turtle could possibly go back to that timeline and basically sit in Jiraiya's pocket and say like, hey, I'm here if you need me. So in my opinion, it's not necessarily set in stone that Jiraiya is not going to be Kashin Koji, but one thing that I do want to point out is the fact that Naruto and Boruto visited Jiraiya's grave at the end of the episode. Now, because of that, we can assume that Jiraiya actually did die in the past, but from what we know is that it is the same timeline, so it's possible that if Jiraiya does actually say like, hey, I'm gonna go into the future, the grave right there could possibly not even exist. So that scene with Boruto and Naruto could possibly not even exist either as well. A whole bunch of things is very confusing in terms of time travel, and that's why a lot of people don't necessarily like them in the anime, but the Turtle doing quote-unquote whatever he wants to do definitely still opens the door for Kashin Koji possibly ending up being Jiraiya. And of course, if that is the case, I know it's going to be very controversial. A lot of people are going to be mad, a lot of people are going to be happy. It really depends on what side of the coin that you're on, and it's very possible that Kashin Koji is actually also a spy for the Hidden Leaf Village, almost exactly how Itachi was a spy for the Hidden Leaf Village. But I do know what you guys think about this episode in the comment section below. This episode was definitely a very, very good one. This whole arc in general was very controversial, but specifically this episode right here was pretty much liked by a large majority of the Boruto fan base. But let me know what you guys think. It's been your boy Baara, and we out.
Check my clock, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Reaming my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you. I'm metrosexual, no high cholesterol. Where's Jenny Craig? Bitch, just get sexual.